It is the final round of the GRC regular season, and it will be no final round of the Global Rugby Challenge without a huge subscriber clash to get your whistle wet for a nice off-season that is only a couple of games away from starting. It's the Flakers at home taking on the Guardians of the Crib. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the big one, the ultimate showdown and the ultimate season of the Global Rugby Challenge. It is season 4, it's the penultimate game and we have a huge subscriber clash to get you ready for the playoffs. The Flakers are at home and they sit in one of the strongest positions in the table so far. They are third, halfway up that top 6 and in a real good position where they could attack that Pacific Tower up in second place, or if they do not do the job here today, they could fall as low as 4th. They have a great season record so far, 8 wins and just 3 losses. They look to be a team well up for the playoffs coming very, very soon. The most recent results have been mixed, one would say. They took out the Pacific Tower back in round 11, 20 points to 17. A huge victory over a team that until that point had been up there almost undefeated all season. And then they followed that up in round 12 with a massively disappointing loss to the defending champion All Flakers, who have had a season full of struggles. But it just goes to show no one is safe here in the GRC. Anyone on their day can pick up the W. The lineup for tonight's matchup will be as followed, as we've seen on the announcement of the team lineups yesterday. It is starting off the front row. Ramapila wears one loose head. Peter Matthews comes in a hooker, and Zaza Kukulska regains his number 3 jumper. Chris Smith and Roy Filkins will again line up together in that second row with a very strong partnership of Frederick Lowe, Francois Valentine and Cullen Wilson as number 8. The back row looking very good for the Flakers, but as we move into the back line, there's more spark to go with that power. Bernard Ankahan wears the number 9 and he'll partner Tino Mahunde in the halves. Into midfield, it's Adrian Townsend and Pierre Valentine. Very strong, very smart rugby players. It is the elusive and just enigmatic Prince Mars Williamson on the left wing. It is Luka Moscow on the right-hand side. And of course, Josh Walpole lines up the team with a 15 on his back. That is your Flakers for tonight's matchup, taking them against what will be a strong competition in the Guardians of the Crib. A very different situation here for the Guardians. They sit in 6th spot so far, but they could go up as high as 4th themselves. Other results need to go their way. We're still going to see the Celtic Dragons in action yet this round as well, and a lot will lie on how they go in their game against the Jaguares. They can't drop any lower though, but they've got a huge possibility, just 1 point behind the All Flakes, who are in 5th. So we're hoping that will be a bare minimum that this team will take away from tonight's matchup. Similar record to the Flakers, 7 wins, 4 losses, just falling off the pace a little bit, and bonus points costing them this season. Their most recent form has been nothing short of terrible. For a subscriber side to come into this with 2 losses on the trot will not be pleasing. Round 11, it was down by 3 points to the Jaguares, 31-28, and in the same margin to the Glasgow Warriors in round 12, 17-14. 6 points and 2 losses, that's all that difference has been. Their starting lineup for tonight will be as follows. Isaac Fishure dons the number 1 jumper. The Southway Thunder will wear 2, and Oliver Bowers in number 3 at tight head. Michael Shepherd and Michael Joseph will be aligned together. 2 Michaels at 4 and 5. Daniel Vera, James Wanyama and Kieran Jones will be the back row combination for the Guardians. Work for these guys, and in the back line especially, they need to be sharp. Lewis Gardner will don the kicking boots. He'll be at 9 tonight for the Guardians, and he'll be alongside Don Butler, who is at fly half. Midfielders see Louis Evans and Tom Guest reunite once again, and on the left wing, Asher Antonio, right-hand side, captain and beard wondered, Heston Gardner. At fullback will be a Donga Wanyama, and that does complete your Guardians team for tonight's matchup. Massive, massive game, and a huge precursor to what will be a very exciting final series coming up after just one more game after today. Then it's go time. Boy, I tell you what, it's really close, and I'm starting to get excited. Let's get down to the matchup, 2 sides ready for kickoff. We are all set for a thrilling encounter between the Flakers and the Guardians. 3v6 doesn't sound like it's going to be much, but this one surely will be one to keep your eyes on. Underway we go, and it's kicked off from Lewis Gardner, and it's gathered in nicely by the Flakers. Frederick Loeb doing the hard yards early on. Here is Valentine. Pierre finds Peter Matthews. A try-scoring hooker finds Kukulska. And here is the magic man, Williamson on the left-hand wing. They're on to play beautiful at the moment. And a chance early for Chris Smith. Without any support, he leaps on to the tackle of Lewis Gardner, who started the game all off. And the two tussle their way into touch. Well, an expensive start by the Flakers. They got the ball nice off the kickoff and looked to run it wide as soon as they could. Line out, stolen, big play at the back, and a turnover to the Flakers. Kukulska fires it out wide, and it's again whipped on the ball very quickly, out to Luka Moscow, onto the 22, he goes, oh, big fan on one defender, but the second one comes in, and this time it was Wanyama, and puts in the huge no-arm tackle. Big shoulder, looked like the head, and Tino Mahunde, well, the Flakers captain, Pierre Valentine, has opted for the corner. And this is interesting. A line out, probably 8 metres out now for the Flakers. Peter Matthews loves to score a try himself. He'll throw in. 5-man option. Smith and Filkins. It's Smith at the front, and it's delivered quickly out to Mahunde. In midfield is Valentine. Nicely fired out through Townsend. And Magic Man, Prince Mars Williamson, gets on the end of a very simple, very well executed set-piece try. 5-0 Flakers. And just like that, the first try is on the board. Quickly delivered out beautifully from Ankahan, and then it was just through their hands. Francois Valentine was in the backline. Adrian Townsend provided the link. But nicely done, Chris Smith, Mahunde, eventually Townsend, skipping out players left, front, centre. Pierre Valentine still on the outside, still unrequired. Well worked play by the Flakers. Everyone knew their role there. There was plenty of support if it broke down. And it was quickly in and quickly out of the line out as well. 10 minutes in. Tino Mahunde lining it up. Oh, he curls it in absolutely perfectly. Great kick from Mahunde. It's 7-0. Flakers lead the Guardians after almost 11 minutes of this matchup. Penultimate game of the season, these two sides both secure into the top 6 and will be featuring in the playoffs. But surely a first round exit won't be what's required. It's a great take by the Guardians number 8, Kieran Jones. Now they're on the attack. Gardner fires to Dombola. Rumi on the right. They cut it back beautifully. Getting him behind the defensive line. Finally, Shepherd takes it to ground. Doing well on the 22 here. Gardner again. Jones, change direction, shoots pass out wide, and Thomas Reston Gardner, the captain, pops it back inside Wanyama, and it eventually breaks down. Louis Evans, turnover, big play Mahunde, and he gets up and he thumps us into touch. Huge punt from Tino Mahunde. Boy, he got some real distance on that. And the Guardians, well, they've failed to execute that. They like to go wide, they really did push the limit there, but just couldn't get support plays. Line out, this time works, nicely from Joseph. And here come the Guardians again, this time Louis Evans kicks. Straight down the throat of Warple at the back as they run it back to Mahunde, having an absolute cracker of a game. Beautiful offload to Filkins. And it breaks down, a turnover. Well, great work back the other way for the Guardians, James Wanyama. Now another turnover. Valentine at the base this time. Peeler goes to Moscow. Into the middle they go with Filkins once more. Flakers in control now, just before halfway. Ankerhard, he's kicked this one. Into the 22, it's gathered in the back from Wanyama, and he delivers a punt back up to halfway. Townsend running, Filkins, nice ball out to Moscow. A bit of a scrag again, and Moscow, it's taken over the sidelines. Good defence there from the Guardians. Boy, there was some play in that. Line breaks, high pace, kicks, chases. It all happened. And very quickly as well. Mayfunga will throw. Into the back, Michael Joseph again is the man. Butler delivers out into midfield. And again, it's Louis Evans who chooses to kick. Warple's there, and he gets a kick away just in the nick of time. Away from Wanyama. Townsend's offside. Wanyama's got time, he uses it, he's in a bit of trouble here. He needs some friends, he needs some support, and it comes in the nick of time as well. 4 out from his own line. Kieran Jones with a half run and a half break. Still there for Gardner. This time it's Butler. He's offloaded beautifully to Joseph, and Joseph skips out of the tackle, and there's another go. Yellow jumpers get there, but it's late and just in time again for the Guardians. Gardner shaping to kick. He's got nothing on that. And the Flakers get in over the ball. Big turnover. Matthews out wide. Moscow back inside of Valentine. Oh, he's so close, Francois Valentine. 2 minutes short. Ankahan. Oh, brilliant. Bernard Ankahan scores. Simple, quick play. Spies the gap. Blindside had no one home. And he goes straight over. Untouched. And well-deserved. Bernard Ankahan has had a great season for the Flakers. And he has delivered a great piece of quick-witted rugby play. The Guardians' defence couldn't shift quick enough. Nice work from Peter Matthews. Inside ball. I thought Francois Valentine may go. But Wanyama delivered the tackle perfectly on point. And then just up and out of it he goes. Ankahan quickly plays back from Valentine. That's what you get. You get a flanker in there. They're strong. And they're very quick at placing the ball for nice recycled plays. And that is what delivered the try there for the Flakers. Their second of the night. And a 12-0 scoreline. We'll see Mahunde look for another 2. And again, he just swings it in. That is a pearl over kick. Love to see that action on the ball. It looked like it was heading towards the upright. Mahunde curls it back in. And excellently judged from the fly half by the Flakers. Work to do here for Lewis Gardner. He needs to get his team back in this game. As up it goes again. Close to a turnover straight at the kickoff. Speaking of great plays, here's Townsend. He has found it back to Kukulska. Chance here for the Guardians. Locking their chances. Numbers in the breakdown. But it comes back for Francois Valentine, and he's got a man on the outside. It's Roy Wilkins, and the big lumbering lock goes trudging upfield. Gets it away, and Ramapila, will he have the gas? I don't think he will. He offloads beautifully to Townsend. He goes one more, and I think it could be a try to Cullen Wilson. What was that backing up? It was extraordinary, that's what it was. It is indeed the number 8. Cullen Wilson scores it. And this was perfectly executed. Great offload from Pila. Even Townsend gave it second thought. Thought, I've got a man on the outside. Roy Wilkins, though, take nothing away from him. The big loose head prop, he was never going to get there. A couple of players back. Wanyama, Butler, they all tried to give it a crack. And a third try. And one may be concerned here for the Guardians. They are falling out of this game without much of a trace. And we are pretty much right on the stroke of half-time. There it goes as Mahunde delivers another pinpoint kick. Curling in perfectly off the left-hand side. 21 points to 0. Yes, that's right. 2-0. The Guardians yet to fire a shot. The Flakers fully in control. Half-time, 40 minutes gone. And look at these stats. Not only 21-0 on the scoreboard, but 77% of possession, 60% of the territory, 7 clean line breaks to 2. It is all going the way of the home team tonight. They look to secure their spot, look to try and overtake the Pacific Tower and take home that second spot and give themselves a bit of a week off as well, because 1 and 2 will see a week off before the semi-finals. That is the ultimate goal. Ready for the second half now. Tino Mahunde kicks off, and it is the Guardians. Oh, well taken from Joseph. Slow to the breakdown are the Guardians, but they get there in the nick of time. Gardner will get it, delivers it to the right. This time it's kicked away from Tom Guest. Not a bad result, but you've got to start to wonder now with the Guardians, do they have to start to chance the round? They're behind by 21, 3 converted tries. Playing the territory game is something that I'd probably think the Flakers will like to do more in the second half. Peter Matthews will throw, and he hits his man very, very easily as well. Nicely taken, Roy Wilkins. He's been in the action. Here's Kukulska into the midfield of Townsend. Mahunde is everywhere at the moment. Cullen Wilson Celebrates a try and gets hit in his next carry. Nice wide ball. Here is Mars Williamson. Oh, that is beautiful from Prince Mars Williamson. Number support again from Townsend down the corner. Peeler surely got an arm in the touchline, but it looks like it might be instead the arm of Don Butler. Wide pass, looking for Kukulska. He's gone past his opposite number, and he's got a great chance here for the Flakers. Fielded at the back, little chip over the top. Not the best player, nicely fielded there too from Wanyama. In their own 22 now. The Guardians have to run, and they'll find the room as well. Lewis Gardner going alone, looking for support. White jerseys coming in numbers now. Therefore, Antonio. He goes alone, and he's hammered, and he's turned over as well. Quick over the ball. Townsend showing the way for the Flakers. Great carry from the inside centre. Puts his team on the front foot. Valentine, Kukulska, nice ball. Falcons is smashed. Sets it up again. 35 outs. Ankahan looking for another.
Release.
Bust away. This time it's picked up from Loeb. Out wide to Moscow. Gets away from his opposite number, Luka Moscow. Oh my goodness me. Wanyama has taken him straight to hospital. A massive hit. Perfectly executed tackle right in the midriff. And you love to see shots like that. A small victory in an otherwise poor night for the Guardians. Joseph's on it again. And running straight and hard. It's Tom Guest. Great run. That's what they need more of. Gardner. This time. Oh, terrible for Louis Evans. He's put his little scrum half in a world of trouble, a world of bother. And it's going to be another turnover to the Flakers. Oh, you just can't deliver a pass like that. Numbers out wide. Williamson goes early. And Pierre Valentine, the captain, gets a rare touch on the left-hand side. Ankahan again. Is this a bomb or a drop goal? It's gone very high. It looks like a bomb. Sits up, 5 out, and beautifully taken from Antonio, who offloads very well.
Release.
James Wanyama having a stab. Left side, there's room. Isaac Fishure goes open side instead. And they look to now turn around to Daniel Vera. And here he goes away. Kieran Jones looking to run, and he will. Kieran Jones. Outstanding work by the number 8. Oh, that is undervalued. How important that may be. Kieran Jones runs the lead to the field and scores a cracker of a try for the Guardians. My word, I didn't think he'd get around the outside of Josh Walpole, but he just kept going, and Walpole just could not get close enough. Antonio was there, but Kieran Jones just kept those big legs pumping, and we've seen from him season after season what devastation he can cause on any side he lines up for, be it in midfield, be it in the back row. He is a devastating runner with ball in hand, and we see just right there how good he can be. He is a game changer. He's an X-Factor player, is Kieran Jones. And that's just a little bit of what the Guardians will bring to these playoffs tonight so far. Not been their night, but at 21 points to 7, you'd hope that will be over. They may get a little bit of resurgence now. 2 more tries can happen very quickly. Can they keep the Flakers out though? That is a question. 15 to play. Time certainly against them here. Second half, though, has been certainly the better for the Guardians. That's nicely taken. Pitiful work there. How did Chris Smith get that passway to Kukulska? I'm not sure, but it was magical. Unfortunately for Kukulska, he didn't have enough pace or space to run away. 67 in, and a chance for Waifunga to get his team back in possession and back on the front foot. Michael Joseph, he's been the man to hit all night long. And again, he delivers the ball back to Oliver Bowers. He floats to midfield. Easton Gardner up the line. Great little ball in field, and it just about worked for the Guardians there. They need a little bit more confidence. They can continue on that right-hand angle. But speaking of this, here's Asher Antonio. One man to beat. Asher Antonio. Oh, he skins him. Oh, like a potato. Ready for dinner. It is Asher Antonio leaving them for dust. 21-12 kick to come. Do not write the Guardians off just yet. To come back and tie this game up would be an extraordinary effort. Things certainly against them, but Asher Antonio up against Josh Walpole. It was all to do for the 15. Great delivery. Antonio always had the pace. It was about timing his step, about timing the dummy. And he absolutely nailed it. Brilliant try. Antonio breathes life back into this game for the Guardians. And do we have a possible finish of dreams here? We look at this situation for the Guardians. Now they got a bonus point. Now they're on equal points with the All Flakes. That possibility of fifth is alive. But if they tie it, then it's guaranteed. Well, I tell you what, 7 minutes to play. I would not want to put anything on this game right now. It could go any way at all. Tina Mahande and his Flakers have hardly seen the ball in the second half, and it's a beautifully taken ball from James Wanyama. Oh, there is twists and turns still to come. Gardner out to, Kieran Jones, great pass and great delivery as well. Bowers gets a nice ball away. It's Asher Antonio looking for another one. He can't get away. His support was there. Oh, it's turned over. Brilliant from Warpool. That may be the difference right now. It's attacking back from the Flakers. Nicely around the corner from Falcons. And they rumble away. Frederick Lowe back to Valentine. Support from Williamson. Oh, it's a great pass to Kukulska. It's all happening. There's a minute to play. The Flakers, well, they could deny the Guardians the bonus points. They will consign them to 6 times up. It goes back to Ravapila. Oh no, he's kicked it straight down the tram tracks. It's still in play. Wanyama runs it back. Oh, what a pass. Kieran Jones steps, goes away, and now it's a run to the line. Chance for Don Butler. Oh, support on the left. It's a try. Try to the Guardians. Have you seen anything like this before? It is a comeback of dreams. A comeback of devastating, absolutely brilliant comparisons. You've seen nothing like this before, and you may well never see it again. Well, they may look back at this, the Flakers, and say, why was Ravapila standing behind that ruck? Why did we throw it to him to kick it into touch? Of anyone, you'd think they'd find it back. This was brilliant. Kieran Jones started it all off. Brilliant from Don Butler. He kept the line. The support was there on the left. And once they got in the hands of the finisher, Asher Antonio, it was curtains. They've come back, and now with this kick, they could tie it all up. I think time is up. I'm not even sure. That last passage was, oh, it is. We're almost at 90 minutes to tie it up for a 2-pointer. It is good. Lewis Gardner has delivered when he needs it the most. And 21. What a game we've witnessed. Neither side deserved to lose. They both deserve to win. 3 tries apiece. Was Callum Wilson, Brennan Ankahan, and Prince Miles Williamson for the Flakers. All 3 converted from Tina Mahande. Asher Antonio with 2. And Kieran Jones, well, he created the 2, the last one for Antonio, but he also scored his own, a cracker that kick-started the Guardians, and they were all converted from Lewis Gardner. What a turnaround. Possession, complete flip back to 50-50. It was all the opposites. What a game we've seen. Line break 10-7. Absolutely top draw rugby. 21-21. Whoa. What have you seen anything else go down? This is GRC rugby at its absolute finest. I can tell you that. Now we have a situation on our hands. We need to check out how the table looks and how the results are. 1 game to go. Let's take a look at how these look. This is it. Round 13. We can see now we've had a draw. 21-21. 2 draws in a row, mind you. And what's that? We've had an absolute pile of draws this season as well. We'll check that out in the table, in the standings, in a second. We've got 1 game to go. I'm almost completely breathless. That last passage of the game was outstanding. You just cannot take your foot off the throat in this competition. 21-0 up. You think, we're cruising. We'll get another try in the second half. And we'll get a bonus point win. See you later, Guardians. We'll get you back again in the playoffs. But no, a fight back of just epic proportions. I've seen very little like it in all my time with these matches. 1 game to go. Let's get back on track. Jaguares versus Dragons. next episode. I hope to bring you very, very soon as well. I want more and more of these. I want to get into the season, get into the exciting bit, and have them coming regularly for you guys. These videos do take a bit longer to prepare, hence why it's kind of been one a week sort of story. I'd love to get more, and I'm trying to spend a bit more time to get those done as well for you guys. And then we have the Glasgow Warriors up against the Chiefs. We'll skip through that one, and then it's quarterfinal time. Next episode, we'll see how the quarterfinals and the semi-finals line up. Of course, it will be 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, so 3rd v 6 and 4 v 5 that will play out for the quarterfinals, and then of course the winner of those two will play 1 and 2. So there's a possibility it could be Jaguares, and well, I guess, hang on, we have to check out the table. We don't even know if the Flakers actually will be guaranteed second, will we? So we'll know next episode, but let's have a look at where they sit right now. And it has come to be that the Flakers have been denied second place. Unbelievable. They were on track. Just winning would have got them second position over the Toa. I say the Pacific Toa, they've got a week off this week on the bye, and they should be sending some pretty nice gifts to the Guardians because they have just kept them another week off. Will that hurt them or not? Well, we will see. The Toa won't play in round 13 or in the quarterfinals now. They are secure at the top, or in second I should say, so at the top two anyway, so they won't play in the quarterfinals. They go straight to the semis, but again, like I say, the Toa bye in round 13, so they are 2 weeks without a game, straight to semi-final rugby. Wow, how is this fixture list always throw up the most crazy things? It is just insane. The Flakers now 3rd, that's where they're finishing. Dragons, they've had 2 draws of their own. They are 4th. Still to play, they are pretty much their 4th. If they do pick up a bonus point win over the Jaguares, I mean, unlikely, but if they do, there is a possibility that they could, if they win big, and I mean 30 plus points big, they could overtake the Flakers in 3rd, but very, very unlikely. The rest of the table will remain the same. Guardians have overtaken the All Flakes, who drop back down to 6th, and we have playoffs ready to happen. My word, what a season this has been. And that is where we sit with this screen right now. Dragons away to the Jaguares. Final game of the regular season for our subscriber teams. Doesn't mean much, but it could mean the Jaguares could lose their first and only game of the season, or will they go undefeated all season long and straight into the semi-finals? They've already ticked that one off. That is next episode. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Hope you enjoyed this game. What did you think? I mean, for Flakers fans, it'll be jubilation in the first half, saying, yeah, we're so good. Guardians will be maybe, crying in the corner. Second half, complete opposite. Ends up a draw. I'm flabbergasted. What a game. What a competition. I'll see you all next time. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you for our final game.